Hello, this is Yogeshwar 7000 again, and I'm back on another very interesting topic today. And this is in reference to the planet Moon and its associated gemstone, which is the pearl. And as far as Moon goes, Moon represents the mind. It is a karaka, or the significator of the mind. And Moon, actually, it also represents the element water. The tattva, as it's called in Sanskrit, is water. Just like Venus also, although Venus is a hot planet and Moon is a cold planet, both Moon and Venus are associated with the element water. So the tattva associated with Moon is water, and Moon also is a ruler, as per the ancient scriptures, of the plants and the vegetable kingdom. And just like Sun is the male force, Moon is the female force. So the major energy associated with the Moon is female. It's a female planet. Now the color of Moon is white, and people who are influenced by the planet Moon, they are very tender-hearted. They're very emotional people, and it's a pure sattvic planet. So it also rules peace of mind. It rules general well-being and the fortune of a person. And people who have a strong Moon in their charts, or who are influenced by Moon, are lovers of poetry. They are also lovers of fine arts and music, and they dress pretty well. And generally, people with a good Moon, they're supposedly very successful and have wealth and good fortune. And we already discussed that they are full of emotions and very sensitive people. As far as the foods are concerned, it directly represents, or is directly related to, milk and other liquids as well. And Moon, because as per the ancient Jyotish scriptures, Moon is related to the blood. A lot of astrologers make this mistake. They say, well, blood is related to the planet Mars. That is not true. Blood is directly related to the planet Moon, as per the ancient scriptures, because it's liquid. It's in liquid form, and all liquids are associated with the planet Moon. Now, if Moon is not good in a person's chart, it can affect the earlier stage of his life, when he's small, like an infant, or even while he's growing up. There's a lot of importance to Moon, because Moon is about nurturing, and people with a weak Moon have that kind of a problem. It is also directly related to the eyesight. Just like Sun is related to the eyesight, Moon as well is associated with the eyesight. And generally you'll see that fishermen who are out in the waters and the oceans, they have a good Moon. And as far as the zodiac sign is concerned, it rules over the zodiac sign of Cancer, and the gemstone associated with Moon is pearl. And for people who are not born with a good Moon, it is generally seen that they cannot have a comfortable life on Earth, because it represents comforts as well. So people with the weak Moon causes, cold, cough, fevers, sometimes lunacy as well, because you'll see there are a lot of people who are influenced by the Moon who, I'll not say lunatics, but people with a weak mind. Their mind goes up and down with the waxing and the waning of the Moon. So that's directly related. People with epilepsy problem, there could be a connection with the weak Moon. Other troubles related to the chest area, the breast area, that is also directly related to the Moon. And the gemstone, like I said, is the pearl, which is related to the moon, and the metal associated with the planet moon is silver. So what is recommended by the modern astrologers or the modern scholars until about 1,000 years ago is that they use pearl as a very strong remedial measure. Although in the ancient scriptures, the great sages, if you go as far as Bhrigu, Parashara, they have not mentioned the use of gemstones as remedial measures. The recent scholars and astrologers have used the power of gemstones very successfully to actually enhance the power of moon through the use of gemstones like a pearl. And what it does is if you wear a good pearl and it touches your skin, it'll help strengthen a weak or afflicted moon, and it attracts the moon energy, which can solve many of the problems related to the mind or other health issues which we just discussed, or the areas like the breast area or the mind and general well-being as well. Like people with a weak moon, generally they're not happy and comfortable on this planet Earth. So wearing a pearl has been used very successfully by modern astrologers, and as we know that pearl is formed inside a pearl oyster, and it forms very well when the raindrops fall in the oyster, especially in the Swati nakshatra, in a particular constellation. When the raindrops fall, they are the source of making very good pearls. And there are other types of pearls which are mentioned in the ancient scriptures. There are sky pearls, there are bamboo pearls, there are cobra pearls as well, which is actually, according to mythology, nobody has actually seen it, but it develops in the cobra hood of a king cobra. So there are different kinds of pearls, but generally what pearls we are talking about, which can be easily procured and which are cultured as well, and that pearl also works. Although the real pearl, which is formed naturally, and the best pearls come from the Middle East, called the Basra pearls. They are supposedly the best and extremely powerful, but very expensive, very, very difficult to get a hold of. So people are using the substitutes. It could be from other seas like the South China Sea, or they could be cultured pearls. They do affect, or they have remedial qualities as well. They strengthen the power of the moon as well, but not as much as if you can get your hands on a Basra pearl, which is coming and which has been made naturally and which is found in the Middle East seas. But like I said, very, very rare to find. Then there are other kinds of pearls as well, like bamboo pearl, which develops in a bamboo. When the raindrops fall inside on a bamboo in the right nakshatra, like a Swati nakshatra, then pearls do develop there as well. Then there are elephant pearls, which, according to the ancient mythology, it develops on the forehead of an elephant. Nobody has seen that, but these could be just stories, but ancient scriptures do mention it at times. Then there are fish pearls, which actually come out of the stomach of a fish. So those are coming from the fish, not from the oysters. So these are some different kinds of pearls, but one has to be very careful in choosing a pearl. Although when a pearl enhances the power of the moon, there are a lot of people who consider, well, it's not a problem because moon is a natural benefic planet, so it cannot harm. But that's not true. If moon is not a lucky planet for you, it can do a lot of harm as well. It can even bring death. So be very, very careful in case you choose to wear a pearl and That's the reason why I will recommend that do not experiment it yourself. Try and get consultation from a good Vedic scholar, and only when he, or a Vedic astrologer, only when he prescribes your pearl, only then wear it, because it can give and get you more harm. Like I said, there are lots of diseases associated with the moon. It could be the breast area, the lungs, epilepsy, lunacy. So all kinds of problems could come up in case it's really unlucky for you. So be very careful. Do not think that it's a natural benefit. It's not going to harm, because once you wear a pearl and that touches your skin, it is going to enhance the energy of the moon. Good pearls are which are round, so make sure you get round pearls, and of course don't buy plastic, because there are a lot of plastic imitation pearls available in the market. Be very careful as to what you're buying. Buy a pearl which is round. Do not buy pearls which are not round. They're not supposed to be lucky as per the scriptures. And the color, of course, there should be lustrous as well. There should be a shine and luster in it. Dull pearls will not give any benefit to you, and also it should be, as far as possible, should be spotless and should not have any scratches, any marks, any major inclusions. And it's believed that one who wears a good pearl with all the qualities I've just mentioned have the blessings of goddess Lakshmi. Lakshmi is directly related to the planet Venus, but in certain scriptures Lakshmi is related to the pearl as well, which is connected to the planet Moon. If there's a tinge or a slight luster, a yellowish luster to the pearl, it brings prosperity, it is believed. And then if there is a red tint to the pearl, it makes a person intelligent. It's believed that if it's a shining white pearl, it will bring you fame. And a pearl with a bluish tint brings good fortune as well. So there are certain colors, slight colors. They are white, but there are slight tints associated, or you'll see those with the pearl, which comes with the pearl. So red will make you intelligent, it's believed. Yellow will bring you prosperity. Blue again will bring you good luck. And pure white, shining, will bring you fame. That's what is believed. Don't get pearls which are darkish in color, brownish in color, greenish. You know, you could have many different kinds of tints with the pearl, or having odd shapes, having holes in them, defective, copper colored. Avoid all those kinds of pearls. And of course cracks and dents. And you'll find all kinds of pearls with all these defects, not good in shape, having a hole, oval, broken. So just make sure that you're buying the best and they're round, and all. Even if they are cultured, you cannot find natural ones. Cultures do work. The best is, of course, like I mentioned, coming from the Middle East seas, the Basra pearls. And then the second is the natural pearls, which come from the South China seas. And then of course the third alternative is the cultured ones, which you can substitute. So generally when you wear a pearl, who can wear a pearl? Well, there are a couple of ways to know whether a pearl is going to suit you or not. One is go by the ascendant. So when there are certain astrologers who go by the ascendant, will see your ascendant based on your birth chart, and they'll determine whether for your ascendant pearl can be worn or not. And there are other ways of finding out through the nakshatra, because the nakshatra is the lunar mansion. It's a mansion of the moon, and moon, as we know, jumps from one nakshatra to the other nakshatra in approximately one day. So moon and its associated planet pearl forms a very, very important relationship when you consider wearing a moon based on your nakshatra. What nakshatra was your moon in at the time of birth, that is going to determine whether you can wear a pearl or not. Some astrologers follow this, the nakshatra system. Some, like I just mentioned, follow the lagna system, where they determine the auspiciousness of wearing a pearl based on what lagna or what ascendant you were born in. And some astrologers do believe in using gemstones based on your moon sign or your rashi, or which zodiac sign your moon was placed at the time of birth. So these are a few ways, but once again, word of caution here: do not consider the pearl as a very soft and a very very benefic stone for all of us. It can be extremely malefic for a few birth charts, or for a few individuals who have that kind of a birth chart. So please do get consultation, do get advice from a good expert Vedic scholar or a Vedic astrologer before you try this pearl. But then if it suits you, that's excellent. It can bring a lot of prosperity, health, fortune in your life. So hopefully you did enjoy this video on moon and its associated planet pearl. In the meanwhile, I will recommend subscribe to my channel and check out my website. There is a link below, and I'll see you with an interesting topic on Vedic astrology very soon. Goodbye.